Hey, 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 it's that time again. Time to do some painting. And tonight I'm continuing on with this guy. And my sound is on. It's very weird to hear myself echo, but it's also good to know that it's working. So tonight I'm continuing on with Mr. Spirit of the Forest. I think I'm going to go for some of these, like the Spanish moss type stuff. And I guess without further ado, my cord is in my way. Get out of the way. Go, scram. There we go. I hope everyone's having a lovely day, even though it's Monday. I find this at least gives me some reason to look forward to Mondays. Because Mondays are Mondays. But Mondays are miniature Mondays too. So as I said, I think I'm going to start working on this stringy moss, as I've been told it's moss. So I'll go with it. Otherwise, I don't really know what it would be. So I said, hi to Mini Mommy. I'm trying to think of who else is around. I know there's other people around. Who else is around? Let's see. I think I saw Bunny. Yep, Bunny's around. Tuning in from far away. Sniffle, sniffle. Miss you. So I'll get started. I'm gonna go with a fairly grayish, bluish green, I guess you could say, towards that side of the color wheel. So I'm gonna start with this Hodag green, which is good star color, and this is what my focus is really gonna be. This Jungle Mist. And I always want to shake them up a little bit before pouring them out on my palette. And I think I'm going to need to pull the pokey stick, or the pokey tool, whatever you want to call it. Pokey stick! Alright. Alright, come on out, paint. There we go. Throw some paint on here. Let's see. Oh, should grab my drink. In case, anybody shows up who wants to hit the hydrate button 500 times. And my paintbrush. So I thought about, what color to do that moss, and it's like I could have done purple, but so much of this is purple. The color that goes really well with purple is green, so I'm going to make this moss type stuff green. I'm also trying to figure out what's moss. I sort of broke my rule of paint the lower side stuff first. The stuff that's most recessed. But I think we'll be okay. Alright. So I'm going to put a nice solid coat of this color on there. And try not to hit the stuff I've already done. I really am happy with the way those ferns came out. And I realized later I probably should have had the yellow in the middle, but I didn't want to do that. The yellow is the complementary to the purple, so even though the ferns I was sort of referring to had the red on the outside, I kind of wanted to go this order instead because I think it's more harmonious. These are the times I kind of wish I These are the times I sort of wish I had music on my stream. But it seems like I had so much trouble with the sound effects. I feel like that's just tempting fate. Maybe at some point I'll add music to the stream. Once I can figure it out. As I like to say, I'm old. And, technology's getting beyond me. I'm amazed I put all this together. Hey, Capmaster, what's up? This is a guy right there who talks about, although he sings on his stream once in a while. Don't you? How am I? How are we? I don't know how you are, but I'm doing all right. I'm glad Monday's over. That's how I am. It was a very rainy Monday around here, too. So how are you, Capmaster? Mr. Legend? I'm going to call you a legend. You call me a legend, but I think you're the legend. You were here before me. Some point I'd like to add music to the stream. But, whoops. Here, go away. Close out that. But, I am sort of nervous about all the things these days about takedowns and strikes and stuff. I just get this channel going. I don't want it to, I don't want 3 strikes and I'm out already. But it's the usual. It's a quiet Monday night. He answered, "Hi, I don't know that I was, laugh out loud. I've only been doing the hobby for a year and only streamed for a few months." I know, I've been doing the hobby a lot longer. Then again, I'm a lot older too. I've been doing this hobby for probably about 20 years. I did have some points where I didn't constantly paint. That's only been really this go around. The hell is that? Looks like there's a bit of a solid piece in that paint. That's no good. We don't want to put that on the on my mini. Basically, I like to tell the story of how I got started. I got bored. I basically got bored one Saturday afternoon. Picked up a mini and my craft paints, because I was doing ceramics at the time, and just painted it. It was not pretty. I didn't even use primer. Let's say, if you like the music on my stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. Kevin said, if you like the music on my stream, you can use Chill Hop as long as you show that you're using the site. You don't have to worry about the DMs. Yeah, maybe I will. But you know what? YouTube's been kind of funny. That they've actually, taken down videos and stuff. Not that, in some ways, I don't care, because YouTube is just more or less I'm using as a storage place for my previous videos. Because they only last on here for 2 weeks. Alright, there's some moss. I feel like they've been getting really bad about what they're, they don't allow, even stuff that's, been cleared, they don't allow it. And now, I now realize this is why my Murder Hobo, the guy who runs the Murder Hobo, stream, I now realize this is why he wants really nothing to do with music, because he tried playing stuff that was, basically there was no copyright to it. It was supposedly free to use, and it kept getting muted. So I was like, well, screw it then. Yeah, okay. That's fair. And your music's pretty good. It's chill. I realize it might be nice to have when I don't have as many people on here or anybody talking at the time. I think I'm actually... maybe I'm not. I was thinking about actually adding a little bit of using this green for the vines, but I think I want to start with brown. Oh, just had dinner. And I think I missed it. Oh, that's annoying. Don't you love it when you find something in there that you should have painted and you didn't paint? And I can see if my wet palette, I can get any paint out of it. There's a little stumpy here that I probably should have painted to match the rest of the wood. And it don't look like I did it. So I'm going to go do it now because wet palettes, thankfully, keep your paint so you can easily reconstitute it. So I'm hitting it really, 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 really lightly to try not to fill in all the cracks there. There we go. So what are you up to, Cat Master? You doing anything? You painting anything fun? I assume you're painting something fun. I assume it doesn't have rivets. I'm never gonna let that go. Because it was just too fun. It was just really, really funny. I think I'm never gonna let go because I know that pain. Dutch use wet palette paper. It says, well, mine works okay. I use the stuff that comes with it. It works okay for me. It keeps them wet. I know. Parchment paper would probably be better. Alright, there we go. Let's see, haha, no painting so far today. Been doing a lot of sculpture. Yeah, well, let's see. So I think this in here looks like it could be more of that moss. Sure. So, making bases out of... Yes, I know you've been making bases. So you started working on it then? The bases out of Folgers coffee lids? I think it's a good idea. I mean, why not? Recycling is good. That's probably a leaf in there. It's some of these things are hard. Some of these things in here are a little hard to tell what they are. Let's see. Ma'am, did you just ma'am me? Seriously? Did you just ma'am me? That makes me sound old. Even if it's the truth. Yeah, no, lids like that, it does make sense that they would make good bases. They're nice and flat and they got a ring around them. I ma'am and sir everyone. Yeah, that's right. You are former military. I think that does make sense. But I am not former military. I probably don't deserve it. Let's see what else we got. It's got a lot of like this little... It's a lot of little things like this. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with. You know what? Google's your friend. And so are other people who are painting this. I'm also thinking about taking and adding actual, like, you know, moss to it. Let's see, I say, sir, and yes, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, to my kids who are 7 and 9, so no one is safe. Oh, shouldn't your kids be the one saying yes, sir, and ma'am? Well, maybe not ma'am, but yes, sir, to you? think I will do along that side of the tree too, right in here. I really like this color green, and it looks pretty good with that purple, so. And I don't think this right here is actually supposed to be part of the fern. So I'm going to use it anyways, even if it's not exactly. What I'll do is, this is a really good dark green color that I can use to base stuff with. I can always change the color on top if I want to. Let's see. He answered that saying, I thought they do because they learned it off of me. Oh, so they do. I'm trying to think. Okay, I think that's pretty good. This is going to go a lot faster than I thought it was going to go. Whoops. I see I managed to nail my tree. At some point I might want to lighten up the antlers. Trying to see if there's anywhere else I should add that color. It's such a there's so much on this piece that honestly, even if you do two things the same color that aren't necessarily the same color, so be it, no one will know. I think that is part of it though. I am kind of excited to see, you know, those what you do with the Folgers lids. I think it'll be really cool. Whatever it is you do with it, I think it'll be, you could put a whole huge scene on there. You know, maybe that's what I should do. I have a bunch of mouselings and a snake, so the mouselings, it's gonna be like a dragon, you know, basically a bunch of knights fighting a dragon. And basically, maybe I should take a Folgers lid and use that as the base and build a hill on the base to have the snake at the top. Won't be that high. He'll just be, you know, kind of something shaped like this. Oh, Lord. I'm trying to watch the movie Snatch right now. I don't think I can follow it because my brain isn't really on. What the heck was it we watched? Darn it, I can't remember what it was we watched. Where, oh, no, I remember what it was. We like to watch, or my hubby likes to watch, Red Letter Media, like their video game reviews. All of a sudden it just popped to mind because, they reviewed Ratchet and Clank. And in the review, he was coming up with a terrible, you know, a really terrible, inappropriate name of Snatchet and Clank. Because apparently there's a female version of that in an alternate reality or something like that. Son, I can't friggin' help it. You just wrote you wrote that there, and it's like, oh no. I never promised you family friendly, did I? Okay. I know the feeling, though. I know the feeling. I've had those days where my brain hasn't been on either, Catmaster. So now I'm going to take my lighter color, my Jungle Mist. Makes sense. Jungle mist implies, you know, vegetation. That's right. Hey, oh, Cat Master, if you're still lurking, which I'm pretty sure you're still lurking, are you going to attend the paint on hangout on Discord tonight? I wonder if that might be a little too harsh a transition. I like to have my transitions be somewhat. This is hard because it is actually. Maybe I'll just leave it. So the more texture you have, this actually wouldn't be bad to probably dry brush, but I'm trying to stay away from that texture you get with it. Yes, ma'am. I'm kind of waiting for it to start. You guys should all just put, you should all get together and put me on so I can, participate virtually on here. Just use this as the chat instead of Discord. I know, it doesn't really work when you're trying to paint. Typing and painting doesn't really work. I'm pretty sure that's why Mini Mommy's quiet. I said, I like it when people lurk in hobby. It's sort of, well, I said, it reminds me a bit of going to a convention where everybody's hobbying. The only thing is you're all a lot quieter because you can't type. But I know you're there, so I know you're listening. All right. That is sort of the vibe I'm going for. That looks good. That's the vibe I'm going. Yeah, it's okay. I understand. Oh, yeah, I gotta pull my chair. What do you think, though, huh? Oh, it's way too high. Naturally, I cannot keep it on screen. I have a mark here. You think I follow. But no. No, I'm too silly or I'm too obtuse to notice it. There we go. I think that's a good color. But I do have to pull up my chair. I feel like I'm sitting on the edge of this thing. It weighs like, the chair I sit in is like a super heavy chair too. So as I said, it is good to see you guys. It always is. I mean, this is why I like to stream. I love having you guys around. And hopefully over time I will get more friends on here. Recommend me to your friends. I'd love to have more people come and hang out, especially on Monday nights, which I find are slow. But it's funny because not a lot of people, maybe that's why no one streams on Monday nights. But it was like one of the few nights it actually had literally nothing going on. And I don't often, it's that most of my nights are busy, either with mostly gaming, mostly tabletop RPGing. But Monday was the one night I couldn't find a game or anything to get into. So like, instead of taking the night and actually relaxing, why don't I use it to stream? Because why not? I'm hitting this, by the way, fairly lightly. I'm sort of side brushing it because I want to leave some of the darker areas in there to be seen. I can't wait to see the rest of the communities. Like, whoever's painting one of these, I can't wait to see it. You know, I can't wait to see everyone's pieces. Let's see. I know. Oh, right here. Right here. So what I'm doing, I'm not quite dry brushing. I'm sort of wet brushing in here. It's not even really, I can't really call it side brushing because I'm not really working on the side. But I'm trying to just hit the tops of these. There we go. The one thing about a piece this big and heavy is that it does weigh on your hands after a while. It gets heavy. Well, that took me a lot less time than I figured that was going to take. So let's see, what else have I got to work on this guy? I got moss, and I've got vines. And I've got more things I probably should have painted purple. That's fine, Catmaster, go. Eating is kind of important. Go eat. Or cook dinner. I did not have a ton of time for dinner for tonight. Thankfully we had pizza, which was easy to do. It's very good pizza too. It was like chicken with feta, cheese and spinach and tomatoes. It was really yummy. But I had to bring my car in to have its first oil change. Fun. And to figure out, don't laugh, to figure out why the heck it's leaking. I love my car, and it's not a problem. Apparently that's common. Apparently I've got the only one. But I think the water, what I suspect is the water is backing up between the door and the step. And it just sort of, oh, make sure I'm not, that probably is supposed to be green in there. Looking like right there. That probably is supposed to be moss. So that's fine, guys. So I think it said the water is getting in between. It's going down through like the space between where the car door opens and the body of the car, and like the front of the car. And it I think it backs up into my passenger cabin. But it's under warranty. They're gonna look at it later this week and give me a loaner. So that's nice. Still swear to God, I see freaking. I swear to God, I still see little shiny bits, even though I've like hit this multiple times to kill those shiny bits. And I don't think I've knocked off my hand because they're inside the little crevices. All right. And if I think anything needs to come back, a little bit of my crevices need to come back. I don't mind going back in with a little green. I find one of the things about mini painting is it helps to have a light hand and a very light touch at times. So let's see. As I sit here and just kind of go over things while I think about what I'm going to do next. Sometimes I do that. I'll just sit here and continuously go over things until I figure out what I want to do. And then basically I pick something that like, okay, here's what I want to do. I think I'm going to do the vines next. Because I know I want to start with the brown. So I think I'll start with this wood stain brown. I'm going to start with a wood look, but they're going to end up going to green. That's just going to be in the shadows. Oh God, it's after dinner. Anybody else out there, could they use a nap too? Because I feel like I could use a nap right now. So I'm gonna start by putting brown on the vines. And there are a lot of vines on this guy. If I recall, the thicker the vines on some of these trees, I'm excited to paint the mushrooms. I can't wait to start doing those, but I'm going to wait until I get a lot of the rest of it painted. Plus I'm kind of blocking in, what things are. It helps me to figure out what to paint things. If I just kind of block in some color and base coat things. Oh, let's see. wonder if I find another stump. That should be a stump. I said there's so much stuff on this. They like keep finding things that for colors I've already done that I gotta go back in and do, because I'm pretty sure I missed them. So, Mini Mommy, are you still lurking? In painting? Because I kind of want to know if you're painting that squirrel thing, which is awesome. So you're working on the squirrel tonight? The squirrel's riding a buffalo. I think that's epic. I love squirrels, so yeah, gluing the third. Oh, that's so cool. So you got the third squirrel painted and you're adding it? Because that's exciting. So I remember you saying today, you might want to, I'll out you on here, hee. So you might want to do, you might want to maybe stream a little bit yourself. That would be cool, and I totally would watch you. You're always on here watching me, and I totally appreciate it, especially in nights like this when it's kind of quiet. It's nice to know. It's nice to know that somebody's watching. Ooh, somebody else just joined us. I saw my number jump to 5. Wednesdays and Saturdays seem to be, oh, no. I started at 7 like I do every Monday. I have 3 different times, okay? Because I can't, unfortunately, on Wednesdays I have to start later because I record a podcast until like 8 o'clock, so I can't start. But on Mondays, I was starting at, my first one I did at 6, and I was like, that's too early. Did it? Oh, shoot. Yeah, then I probably screwed up. You know, this is what happens when you have like 3 different time periods. And 2 other, and of course the ones I do play D&D. So I'm basically got about 4 different streaming days I got to keep track of. Or 5 if you count the fact I do the talk show too. Which I did sign up to do for tomorrow. It's called, it's Murder Emma Hobo Inc. or Murder Hobo Inc. And it's called Between the Rolls. Sorry, Kevin. Well, you know who figured it out? Bunny. I saw Bunny was on here earlier, so I haven't heard from her, but I know she was on. There's actually, I noticed at the top of the stream chat. Uh-oh. Oh no! Big Jim is around! Yay! Alright, the fun has just begun. How you doing, Big Jim? So am I going to see you on Sunday? Actually, am I going to see both of you on Sunday? Crimson and Jim? Because Sunday is the painting party. It's my monthly painting party at the Queen's Gambit in Methuen. I think Rathmore is going to be there too. He actually pinged me today to ask me what time it was happening. So I hope he comes. I hope you both come. Yeah, it's not like you. Let's see. Big Jim is like, probably, I don't know if I'll be there at the start, but I'm gonna head over there. You know what? Doesn't matter. You drop by whenever. It's like probably 5 minutes of 5 might be too late. Well, Jim, guess what? I already have my big box of Reaper shame, and it was a lot of shame. I'll be posting the pictures on my Twitter and my, probably not on Instagram because it's a whole lot of unpainted minis, but I'll put them on Facebook and Twitter when I remember to do it. So I'm just painting vines tonight. Well, I painted like this mossy type stuff already. Now I'm painting vines. I can't believe I screwed up the time. I guess it was bound to happen. I was going to screw up the time at some point on one of my posts. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not. So, how much, so in a ballpark-ish, how much did you spend on that box of shame? Because I spent over $600 on mine. And it was 2 boxes of shame because the pirate ships come separately. There's no way the pirate ships are going to go, and if you get a pirate ship, beware of the box it's coming in. Holy Toledo. It is huge. It's like half of me. No ship for you. Oh, I'm probably smart. The box is like standing up on end. It's about half of me. I think it's about, it may be a little over, maybe about 3 feet tall. I was impressed. I'm like, I thought it was going to be big, but I had no idea it was going to be this big. I had to get a ship. I had to do it. So, yeah, I've got tons of... Kevin, I'm pretty sure you have a box of shame judging from that, too. But, yes, I did get the ship. I got 3 of the expansions. So I got the... what did I get? They're sitting on the floor, but I can't see them. I got the Brindwind, Darkest Depths, and the Greek one, Greek Odyssey, for my expansions. And I got a whole bunch of the add-ons. And now believe it or not, I actually have to go back and buy something. Because I missed something. I want the Disapproving Hand. And I got to go back now and buy it. And I think I'm going to buy the paints. The new paints that just came out for this Kickstarter. Because they won't be hitting retail for a while. At least I don't think so. Alright, so that should take care of all the vines on the legs. Right? Right? Probably go, because you didn't buy enough. Probably going to go back and buy the Dwarven Terrain. Yeah, that is cool. That's the dwarf sets. The little sets are cool. I got the Troll Bridge. Pit. Oh my god. So, Crimson said, Bunny and I did a long distance paint night for a date night last night. That's a lot of nights. How many times can I say night? Apparently, what is that? Is that 3? That's 3. That's adorable. So what did you guys paint? Did she work on her version of this? Because I know she was working on it. She was working on the mushrooms. She did work on her tree. I can't wait till she gets it done. It's going to be awesome when she finishes it. It was coming out. Oh, by the way, I probably should actually tell her. I'll probably message her myself, but if you want to tell her, if you beat me to her, the orange mushrooms with the blue, they look so good. It was like a perfect choice. Maybe not wintry, but in terms of the complementary colors going together, orange and blue look really nice together. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what she does. And I've heard she bought some terrain, some stuff to add to her base for it too. So has he not got much in the way of vines on the top of him? Oh, there's some vines. I think I'll paint that. I don't know, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do. I'm thinking like a forest floor. I just went a week ago when we had the day off. I took my mom and we went to, it was like a belated birthday. She wants to go places. So took my mom to Mount, what the hell is it? Mount Wachusett. Yeah, the one in Central Mass. And one of the things I did do is I stopped and got a picture of the basically, there was a really nice spot which had basically sort of what I'm shooting for here, what I want in the base of this. So I got a pic of it. Pictures are your friends when it comes to this. I find it really helps to have photo references at times to help figure out colors and such. Said you can go by a color wheel, absolutely, but you can also go by colors in nature. I think that's something that really struck me, and I feel is a really good point. What are those? I think those are leaves right in here. So it's good to see you all. Anyways, yeah, I hope you do make it. I did have a big, huge box of shame. And I will say this for Reaper this time. So when they first made Bones, and it was the white Bones, all the faces were kind of washed out. It was not the best. We all know that. I mean, it was great for inexpensive minis. And you could do a lot of, as Ann Forrest says, paint plastic surgery on them. Krista goes, thankfully me, I have enough practice with my colors, I don't need to look things up anymore. Well, it's also a little different with an arm. I mean, there's plenty of painting advice too out there on how to paint that army. But like with Space Marines, I mean, I love the color. Love the Blood Ravens color scheme, by the way. The red with the black and the cream color. I think it looks really sharp. I love those colors together. But yeah, I find that helps too. I like to look at what other people do. I'm not necessarily copying them, but sometimes it is good for ideas. I said it drives me nuts. I can still see some sparkly points. And I don't want any sparkly points, okay? Because that means... Hey, Acid Burn! How you doing? And thanks for the raid. By the way, people should follow this guy. I've sat there and listened to his stream. Everyone I watch, everyone I've come to has had a great stream. So let's see. Actually, I should do some shout-outs. Right, because there are people here, so... We will shout him out. I will remind you all, follows are free. And that's how you know when people stream too. It's great to see you though. I'm glad you found my stream. My happy little part of the world. Let's see who else. Of course there is Big Jim. Yes, you deserve a shout out. In fact, you're an MVP on here. I gotta give some more MVPs out too at some point. Because I still have some left. I need to get more of you chatting. We need to get more on here, more of you chatting, so we can unlock more to give people. Let's see, who else? Catmaster was here, so I will do that. These are all, guys, a bunch of you are streamers, which is really cool. And hey Crimson, when are you gonna start streaming? Because it's like, I feel like everybody and the brother who paints minis these days does a stream. Go away. I want to read my chat. I don't want your silly things. My computer's deciding to put up notifications here. Acid Burn Punk says, they're trying to do 4 p.m. to around 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Oh, yeah, so you're trying to stream more? That's not a bad time either. And I said, oh, you're from around here, right? From Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New England, Acid Burn? Yeah, I forget what part. Worcester. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a little far from Methuen. Damn it. Well, remember, if you want to come to Methuen, I'm going to be at the Queen's Gambit this weekend hosting our painting party. Can't wait. Let's see, Big Jim hopefully will pop in. I think Rathmore's popping in, and I think and Crimson is gonna pop in. I would love it if you'd make it. I think, again, it said the more the merrier. I love painting with other people. It said it makes me it fills a void to a degree, and this does too. That I have in between. It's Sunday. Unfortunately, I stream on Saturdays, so. It's Sunday. Sunday 1 till 5. Just so you know, I do stream on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So that some of my overseas friends can actually watch. Oh, that's too bad. And she works on Sunday? That stinks. I would not want to work on Sundays. But yeah, well, you can always visit me here on Saturdays. I do enjoy company. I do really enjoy all of your company. I truly do. I don't know what the heck that is, but I'm making it brown. I think it's, yep, it is the other side. So I'm starting out with brown on these things because the thicker vines they tend to get more brown. So I'm starting out with some brown. I'm gonna have to probably dig out my paint. It's work Sundays or Fridays, Saturdays at her job. Oh, so I guess that makes sense then. If you work Sundays, then you can so she can have both Friday and Saturdays off then? Trying to grab my paint here. I might do a little hole filling here. Try to kill some of these. I said I still see some spots. That's a problem with working on metal. Sometimes, like in some of these deep spot recesses, the primer didn't stick real well. But I know it's not me bumping off the paint. I know that can happen. You can obviously rub off the paint, especially when even if you've got it primed. Heck, it's likely that if you play with it, you're going to bump the paint off. So I probably totally failed because I put down, as Crimson pointed out, I put down the stream started at 8 o'clock and not 7. So we'll see how this goes. Although I am gonna want to sneak off at 9 because I'm gonna join the painting party on the Discord. Acid Burn, are you joining? Are you gonna do the painting party, the weekly painting party tonight? Yeah, I will say, as soon as I'm done with this, I'll be jumping over there. This is a fun group of people. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should add it to blah blah blah. What do I want to say? I should add another little notice up there about if they don't mind me advertising the Pyro Discord. Maybe I'll add it. Dices has inspired me. She's so lovely. I like her. She's so much fun. I'm happy I finally have caught a couple of her streams. Alright, so what do I want to do next? I think I'm actually going to stick with that whole dag green. That's why you end at 8. Is that when it starts? Technically is 8 o'clock. Problem is, I tried doing 6 o'clock, but that was just too early. And I couldn't get... I got Mini Mommy. Thank God for her. Because otherwise, I think I didn't have, like... It was like her and me until about 7 o'clock the time I tried 6 o'clock. It didn't work real well. So I was like, I guess 6 o'clock is just too early. So I'll move it to 7. But I didn't want to really go late. Mondays is like, it says like, it's one of the few nights, it was the only night I really didn't have anything going on. I have other nights that on a bi-week, a lot of things on a bi-weekly schedule. You know, I'll play like, the Murder Hobo campaign I'm in, the Cred campaign. That's bi-weekly Thursday. So I'll be off this Thursday. And I'll do Between the Rolls with them. And I tend to, when I'm off on Cred, I tend to do Between the Rolls that week. Because I'm off on Thursdays. But then there you go. I don't have consistent Tuesdays. But Mondays, I didn't have anything going on ever. So I was like, fine, I'm just going to run my stream then. And I decided the other night was going to be Wednesdays because I record a Starfinder podcast until about 8 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, might as well stream after it. By the way, I will put this just for all the newcomers who just popped on. I am link friendly. I managed to kill all the things that were killing links. So please feel free to share if you have any pictures of minis you've painted. I really love to see them. So that's a very... I did good starting at 4. I got all the books for that. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, all the books for what? What the hell did I say? D&D? Great, I derailed my train of thought. And I'm tired tonight, too. I'm always tired because I stay up way too late at night. Whenever... Starfinder! Oh! Oh, that's too bad. Starfinder's fun. Then again, so isn't D&D and so isn't Pathfinder. I enjoy both of them. Or all 4 of them. Both versions is Pathfinder, Starfinder, and D&D. I've been playing D&D since it was 2E, so I've been around for a long time. I am absolutely, by the way, if you guys ever want to talk games, I am more than happy to talk games. I love TTRPGs. Those are my main four: are Starfinder, Pathfinder 1 and 2, and D&D. Oh, hoping for spell. I will never say never. I keep, I've heard rumors and stuff flying that I think it's possible it'll come back out. I don't see why not. If they can think they can make money off of it, they'll do it. But well, before the pandemic, we had a pretty thriving community up. We would go up to Nashua to play on Thursday nights. Before the pandemic started. I think they're trying to get it back together. And I may end up going up there on the nights I don't have Craig going on. Because, I don't have enough to do. You all got that sense, right? That I just don't have enough things to do. You'd be more likely to see an official DM's Guild version. Ah, that's true. That's very true, Crimson. Manchester. Where did you play in Manchester? Was it a private game or was it at a store? And was it sanctioned play? Like, was it Pathfinder or such that, or AL? That's the thing. I used to do a lot of Pathfinder Society before the pandemic. Oh, private game. Yeah, well, that's cool. Although I ran a private, I had a private, people were getting credit for them. I was getting credit as a GM, too. It was great prep from when I went to Gen Con. I had to run Pathfinder 2. And well, no, I only did 2, come to think of it. I didn't ever run Pathfinder 1. I ran the play test. What is NEPS, Big Jim? Oh, really? There is no New England. There's basically, New England's broken up. So I don't know who you talk to. But, I know, like, the people in Boston. Of course, I don't know how long ago this was either. Oh, I know. Oh, if it's the same guy. I actually am friends with him. He's a painter too, by the way. So wait, 4 or 5? No, I think he was doing it 4 or 5 years ago. That's strange because usually, I mean, I think he's the one that ran it. I mean, unless it was somebody, maybe he didn't always run it there. I know he's run it for a few years before the pandemic happened. And then there was no PAX East. PAX East was like the last event. Well, you know what? I was going to say, you can always... I don't know what's going on these days because just... The pandemic really kind of killed things. A lot of things went online. The other thing I too know is that guy... The guy there... Well, that's very strange. Unless it's not the one I'm thinking of, because he's actually the one I'm thinking of is a really nice guy, and I can't. He can be snarky, like I can be snarky, but I can't imagine him just blowing you off either. That's not his. That's not his style. So I don't know. That seems strange. You can always contact, I don't know, I forget, you're in Haverhill. Oh, well, as I said, maybe it was busy. I remember it said I actually GM'd for that, and it was it was chaotic to say the least. Basically, when you run that, nobody signs up. Nobody signs up for games. It's not that kind of a convention. Other conventions that are strictly tabletop gaming conventions, everything's planned, and you have how do I say it? Basically, everything's planned out, and everybody signs up for games in advance. Pt6 is different. Pt6 is literally people show up, and you have to put them in play. You have to figure out where they want to go. It's the most chaotic out of all the conventions. So I mean, I kind of get that, but you said if it is, it may not even be the same guy. Honestly, it may not even be the same guy. I don't know how long he's actually done it, but if it is, that is kind of strange because he's a good guy. But you could always try. You could always check with the. Oh, I mean, actually, we could always talk too. If you come if you come on Sunday, we could talk about it. I'm not like anyone in charge, but I know sort of what sort of things that they would love for you to get involved in. A lot of it would be GMing. And it's not hard. Basically, you just look around for conventions and events, or you can even start your own. You could go to like your local gaming store. I don't know what the local gaming store is to Haverhill, because I think you're in Haverhill. You're not far from me. I know you're close by. Especially when you're going to, what the hell was it? Woodman's? Was it Woodman's and Hodges? So you know you're close by. I didn't make it to Woodman's, but I did make it to Hodges. Because Hodges is amazing ice cream. The best ice cream. And that feels so sacrilegious saying, considering that I grew up in Kimball's territory. So Queen's Gambit's lady. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, as I said, you can definitely start your own games. Most of the things that are like the big time organized play things where you have a lot of GMs and tables firing at once, those are really the cons, and they're ones that's basically Total Con, Carnage, OGC. I'm trying to think of what else is around here. What else is around here that I go to? Those are the main ones I think of that I'm trying to think of what else. There's shoot. I want to say it's Phoenix Rising. That's a new con that has not fired yet because of the pandemic killed it. But basically, a lot of what you can do for the society is you just basically come and run games. I mean, otherwise you end up having to sell your soul to Paizo, or the Pathfinder Society people, and then you get into actually organizing events and things like that, and it's, you can actually you could like even pick a store and run, you organize events there too. There's some vines. But yeah, that's strange because I said I'm pretty good friends with the guy who does run that, and that's strange that he would give you the brush off. Oh, ha. Well, hey, let me put it this way. I'll keep you in the loop. If you ever do want to learn more about the game, I'll let you know if anything's running. I don't know about the Queen's Gambit, but if you don't mind going to Nashua, I'll let you know if anything's running up there. Because they said they were trying to fire it back up. and it's a good group of people. You know, it's Thursday night. It's Thursday nights from 6 till 10 though, and it's going to be done by 10 because that's when the store closes. Most scenarios run about 4 hours. They do have ones that run an hour, but usually for that place we tend to run the full scenarios, the 4 hour ones. But otherwise, keep your eye out for cons and stuff. But Boston and this area is a very good hotbed for that. So they play. So you probably know the Relentless Dragon then. Because that's where they play. I'll try to if I remember, I will try to remember to ping you when if I get another message saying they're going to be playing up there. But we love new players. I know where it is. I might have gone in once. It's not a bad store. I really feel kind of sad that they tried to have two branches because they bought the old oh my god, the game castle. They bought the game castle and then the pandemic hit and then they had to close the game castle. But all right, I think that's good for that vine. So I got all this in here. But yeah, that's where everybody play. That's where they play. We'll have to see if maybe, because I know several of my I know there are people from Pathfinder Society that are on the Queen's Gambit Facebook page. So I wouldn't be shocked if people start running events there. Okay, so hopefully I'm not missing anything here. Let's see. I pulled out a whole lot of greens, and they're all sitting behind me here. Well, it said it's too bad, Jim, because honestly, I would even consider inviting you up, but all our games are like full right now. So I would consider it. I would consider it if we start something new and we lose people. I think I'm gonna use this Linny green is to highlight that. I want it to be brighter than you know, a little more vibrant than the moss. And I definitely want to have a few spots of some brighter green in the things. It's not like I have nothing on your schedule. How bad is your schedule? Shall we compare? It said, is your schedule as bad as mine? Don't be me. People say that I'm doing too much. It is pretty crazy what I'm doing right now. How much stuff I've got going. Let's see. I have this stream. I have like 5 games I'm involved in. Hey, Crimson, by the way, aren't you going to be starting your Thursday game soon? Now that he's back? And I can tell you right now, we will be starting up that Tuesday, bi-weekly Tuesday game at some point. Probably in, what month this is in? Probably in August, we're going to start that. So you will be playing some games again. What am I doing here? Alright, so I'm going to go and add some green, some real green into this. Even though I still can't do much of that. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So it'll just take some time. I wish he'd come back and visit us here. It was nice to see, it was really nice to see him come on here. I'm glad he's out of the hospital. I'm really glad he's home, and I'm glad he's going to be okay. That's rough, though. I don't think I painted that brown, but that's okay. I'm just going to paint it green. It's a little tiny vine. I'm thinking I'm going to probably use this for some leaf color. But, so I said, I'm playing all those games. And I'm running this 3 times a week. And I'm also involved in not 1 but 2 conventions in planning. So, Kevin, I do kind of have some probably not great news about the Artist Alley for another Anime Con. Is it's going to be really small. I may just be inviting people. It's just that we want to have distancing. And when I put in distancing, I have to have a lot less tables. And it's kind of disappointing. Although our fearless leader came up with a solution to add a couple more, but it's just not going to be enough. I miss the old days when I had a huge Artist Alley of like, oh, I don't remember. I don't think it was 100 people, but it was getting there. But there's not much I can do if we want to have a con this year. And we want to make people feel safe. So anybody working on anything interesting? We'll go, I guess I'll change topics. Oh, mini painting or art-wise, or... Actually, I'm not particular. I like art. I went to school for art. So I love seeing people's like character art. Of course, I'll talk about games. Tell me about your characters. Tell me about your games. And of course, unless you're Kevin, you can ask questions. Because Kevin will just ask that one silly question of, can I give him $5? No, Kevin. No. No. Well, wait, you're working on some ribs right now. No, that's not really hobbying, Kevin. However, well, I don't know. Actually, I was going to say it is something this, important. You do have to eat. But then again, it's probably not the best for you. So doing vines. Let's see, doing vines. Maybe I'll do some leaves too. I'm trying to determine, there's this thing here. It almost looks like a flower. I'm not sure if those are leaves. I'm not sure if those are petals. I really like this color for leaves. Although I did buy some paints, new paints that were actually, they're leaf greens and such, and I'm not even using them. I may use them though, as like I said, there's a lot of vegetation on this. Let's see, Big Jim said, I just working on more world maps and now I'm just set for painting. Oh, hey, I still say this. I am still kind of jealous. You're running a game with all bards, and I'm so jealous I don't get to play. Sorry, by the way, if you are tired of being a Forever GM, you could always, we do one-shots on Murder Hobo Inc. for Forever GMs. At least it seems like we get a lot of Forever GMs on there. Basically, it's a 2-hour game on bi-weekly Saturdays when we're not running the other campaign that I'm not in. They start at 8 o'clock. You wonder why I thought 8 o'clock tonight. They start at 8 o'clock. Green room is at 7:30. They run about 2 hours. And it's D&D 5e. And we're always looking for new players. So if you're interested, hit me up and I can get you in a game. Or it's mhobo inc. So you can find them on Twitter. But you can always, bug me and I can get you the info. A lot of times we also email our fearless leader with people who are interested. But yeah, I mean, I get it. In some groups, once you start GMing, it never stops. You're just sort of stuck as the perpetual GM. But I think that's one of the nicest things we do is that we give GMs a chance to take a break and just play. I'm happy I'm finally getting some greenery done on this thing. I love purple, but it's nice to have another color. Probably should have done. Looks like I probably should have done this in here. This green color. There we go. So Crimson, where is Bunny? I saw her. I have you could, if you actually click on the little people at the top of Stream Chat, you can see who's been on here. It said she was on here, and I was going to say hello, but she hasn't said anything, so I was wondering if she is lurking about. Or if she had to put me on and is literally lurking. Oh, she went to make dinner. Okay. Yeah, she hasn't even said hello, and I wanted to say hello. I also think that's another one of those, what looks like flowers. I think they're flowers, and I may paint them that way. Because there's another thing here that looks like a flower. This looks more like leaves. Itchy nose. God, there's so much on this that I have no idea what to do with. Ah. There are things in here that look like grapes. Oh, let's see. Kevin has posted something. So what are you working on here? Oh, you're gonna... Well, I tried to do this, but now I've got like all this. Just accept cookies. Oh, you're gonna build a Lego tree? That's really cool. It's a bonsai Lego tree. And I guess the flowers are optional. I guess I'll put this up so people can see what I'm talking about here. Right, I gotta go to Streamlabs to do this. Display pics, turn it on. That's cool though. That's really cool. I love it. And you got like the extra, you can put flowers on it or not. You can make it a bonsai or cherry blossom tree. What are you gonna do? Which option are you gonna do? I really like the cherry blossoms. That's really flippin' cool. I know. I think I'd make it the cherry blossom tree. I really like that. Then can you also, let's see. Yep, there's the cherry blossom tree option. I almost feel like, do they have any way to have both? Nope. Can you do both? Can you actually put the greenery and then put the flowers on top of the greenery? Or can you not do that? Because that's what I would do. I know, technically that's not right. I don't know. That is really cool. Now, did it come with the, I know this is like pebbles in here. So those actually like Lego pebbles, or do you actually put real pebbles in there? Or do you not have it yet to find out? So the stones are Lego pieces too. That's cool. That's a really cool little set. Although for $50, it better be a pretty good size set. Just think, it's a bonsai tree that you can't kill. All right, let's see, I gotta shut this off because that gets so trippy when I've got screen. All right. I'm gonna put Twitch back out in front. Oh, there you go. Now I can see again. My glasses are good for seeing close up, but anything beyond about here, I can't see anything. I could start doing the moss tonight. So what I might do is I might actually look up, because I'm kind of curious of what color, like, the kind of moss that's on this. There's a lot of it. Let's see. So I go to... Yeah, maybe I should just share this too. What I'm doing. Quickly get off that. I go to Google Images. And then I'm going to type in moss. So it's sort of like this kind of texture. I'm gonna laugh if the closest thing I got is the green I just painted all the leaves with. I want something a little different. So Crimson said it's actually good value. The rough estimate is 10 cents per piece. This one is, oh, okay, it's about 5 cents a piece or 6 cents a piece if I round up. Oh, that's not bad at all. What have I got out? I do have leaf green. I don't know. It's not leaf green. Yeah, I probably should have started with leaf green. I do have other paints here. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't think those are quite either. I'm not gonna be happy if basically I just used. I suppose I could put a different color on the top and of the leaves I did. Yeah, maybe that is because I feel like this leaf green, this linny green, might be actually the closest thing to those moss colors. It's definitely more towards, if I envision the color wheel, and one side of the green being blue and the other side being yellow, this definitely trends a little more to yellow, which is what I want for this moss. All right. I'm going to put a little more out. God, it's already 8:30? How can it already be 8:30? Next time we'll be smart and actually put the correct time down on what time the stream starts. I'm not really even entirely sure what those are, but I'll figure that out. So the neat thing is, even though the tops of my, if you notice the top of this vine, I actually use this same color. Because of the colors that are underneath it, they do kind of influence. It's translucent paint. So they're going to influence the color. They're going to influence the color it looks, the way it looks. And I went so that it was a bit translucent. And that because I still wanted to see a bit of the color, you know, that color underneath. Oh, what is that? Oh, those are more of those. Yep, those are more of those. I'm not going to paint those until I figure out what the heck they are. Time flies. Yeah, time flies. It certainly does fly when you're working for the TVA. God, what? There's some longer things here, and I'm not even sure what those are either. There's so much stuff on this that I'm not even sure like what to do with. I'm gonna paint him as color green for now. Best part of this hobby is you can paint over anything, other than maybe using yellow, and then you just start with white. It's definitely more of this mossy stuff in here. So yeah, I'm hitting this a lot harder with this green because I really want it to stand out. You can paint over it. Yeah. Yeah, can use. I mean, I know it's pretty good. Although when I did it, still came out a bit orange. It made a great beer color. Because I used that color for, I did a couple things for my tavern I've been working on. Which might be the new starting screen picture at some point. But, I found it made a fantastic beer color. Beer is actually yellow. How do I know? Because I looked it up. I needed to look up what color beer was in order to make my logo for a Z Painted Hero Tavern. I probably should refer to that a lot more. I do in my posts, but I'm still thinking about making that merch, putting that on, opening a merch store with that logo. It's a stream, but it's also, I feel like it's generic enough. Especially since it's got the joke about washing your brushes in beer. Well, the thing I've noticed, the thing about contrast paints and painting over things is the fact that they tend to blend. So if you paint, like, if you paint a red and blue together on top of each other, you'll get purple. They don't really cover per se, but I think I'm not saying, by the way, that's a bad thing. I think that can be a very good thing too. That the colors blend. Contrast paints are very interesting, and I think they're more interesting. I think they have other uses. Like, I like to use mine as almost as a wash. I've mentioned that before. Kevin at Crimson say I've used them to go light to dark, yellow to orange to red. Yeah, that's, I mean, they blend. So, in all those places where you got transition points, they'll blend pretty well. BS in a bottle. I know that's what you call them. I can't disagree. But they're awesome. BS in a bottle. It said I like different companies for different, for different paints in their lines. And with Reaper, I like their MSP paints. To me, they're some of the best paints out there. But I do like obviously Games Workshop, their paints are a little thick to begin with. They don't have as much flow to them. But GW, I think, makes the best washes, and I think they make the best technical paints, and they make contrast paints, which I think are really good. Excuse me. Those seem to, they also seem to, those particular things, maybe, I don't know about the technical paints, but so far mine seem to have lasted a lot longer than some of the others. Hi, Bunny! Hi, it is good to see you finally. I knew you've been lurking around. I know, now you come on and I'm going to be off in 20 minutes. The Holy Trinity, yes. So, Crimson has, I like this. So, Crimson has, let's see, it's Nun Oil, Recklin Flesh, and of course, what the hell is it called? Agrek Surshade. That is the Holy Trinity. Well, I'm glad you finally made it. Although I know you've been on. At least you've had it running, and I do appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm talking to somebody. Although there were different people on here to chat to. Plus, although I said I know there's one person who's on here hobbying, so, or a couple of them were hobbying. So I'm doing a lot of base coating on this moss, and I haven't decided if I'm going to actually I might vary a bit on the what colors I put on the top. Although, I'll tell you, if you were going to do a wash, the moss is not bad, or dry brushing, the moss is not bad. So yes. So Bunny asked what I thought of her current pick of this tree. I think I love the orange. It wasn't what I figured you were going to go frost, but you know what? The orange with the blue looks really good together because they're opposite colors. So on the color wheel, so it makes sense. They look good though. What do you think of mine? Let's see if we can tip him over. Boy, I'll tell you what, it takes a while for Twitch to get from point A to point B. So this is my work in progress. Who mine? Looks almost jewel-like? I mean, yeah, I guess. I feel like my camera is not focused very well. I think I might have to sit here after this and play with the focus on the camera a bit. Or maybe it's just my eyes. I find something, even though I can read okay, he is supposed to be purple. So it's supposed to be a very gray purple for the majority of it, but obviously there's a lot of greenery on him. Oh my God, Jake! Jake, I feel so bad now because I posted the wrong freaking time for the stream. I mean, I'm going off in 15 minutes. Now you guys are all showing up. Yeah, this stream is supposed to be 7 o'clock and I wrote 8 because I'm dumb. So, I'm glad you guys like it. Oh, well, I'm happy. I'm happy you made it, Jake. I really am. It's always a joy to see any of you guys. Trying to think of... Let me see if I can get some more moss painted here. So basically tonight, last session I did all the ferns. Tonight I did this I almost say it reminds me of Spanish moss. And I did the vines here. Oh my gosh, excuse me folks. I had dinner right before I started streaming, so ugh. And I've been doing the the more traditional moss. It's really, tell you, it's really fascinating how the colors underneath colors, how they influence things. It doesn't look like these two colors are the same at all, but they are. I found that one of the fascinating things about paint. There's also like all sorts of weird things on here too that I'm not even sure what to do with. Oh look, it's a vine. It's a little... Looks like a little more moss there. I just don't want to do the last time I did a forest thing where I really got sick of doing leaves. It was like Capmaster there with the rivets. I'm not hating the leaves on this one, so I think I got over it. So the goal now is to find any of this like things that's really highly textured. I may do something with these. Not sure what. It's another leaf. So the vine, I'm pulling it, but I'm also trying to keep it something somewhat transparent, translucent, so it doesn't look like my moss. So you're trying the whole marker thing. I'm curious. So hold on, are those? Nope, those look like leaves. So it didn't come out too harsh and look like a marker. That's the big thing. That's my big thing about being concerned about using a marker on things, is whether or not it looks too much like a marker. Because I forget what else you were going to use it on. There's another vine. Oh my god, there's so many vines! I think that's a leaf. Like a leaf in the wind, right? Haven't done it yet. It's more Sharpie, really. I'm going to use gold, but thanks, your cat stole it. I mean, making dots with silver using a brush is not that bad. It may take a little patience, and you want to go kind of straight down, up and down. You probably don't want it. I mean, I'll probably still hit it on the side, but I tend to go straight up and down to try to make it as round as possible. Said my only concern about using a marker is it might look like you're using a marker, but I'm not sure. So I'm saying go for it and try it, because I'm curious as to how that's going to look. And if you like the look of it, that's all that matters. You just have to please yourself. People apparently do use it, not markers. What the heck is it? It's the special pens. It's the special pens that you can get really fine tip pens. And they dot their eyes with it. Although, yeah, I'm curious of how that's going to look. That'll be interesting. Orange with silver also is an interesting. I'm very interested to see how that comes out. I'm always looking for things that aren't necessarily. I know I feel like I want to paint things that are less conventional. And I feel like silver dots on orange orange mushrooms are not conventional. Copic, yes, Copic pens. Copic pens. That's exactly the things I'm thinking of. That's the thing. I want to start. I've been trying to, try to go less conventional myself, but what are those? I do. I feel like I need to play the game. What is this? Oh, I know all this in the middle here is moss. Yeah, Copic pens are the ones that are really, they have really, really fine tips. And I do know, I have heard that people have used them to put dots in eyes. So, and I guess they look, I said, and I guess they like the looks of them. I mean, I guess it's just a black dot too. So why not? I haven't even figured out what I'm doing with friggin' mushrooms on this thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at, once again, I'm going to look at Google Images and figure it out that way. So much moss. Oh my God, we were talking about you too. About when you were going to start your game back up. Take your time, obviously. I was like saying, I know he made it once. I'd love to see him again. Hi, Sprack. How are you tonight anyways? Is still recovering well? Hope you're getting stronger and stronger day by day. I'm just sitting here painting this tree. There's also, you know what? I was also thinking of you, Sprack. We were talking about Secret Hitler recently. Oh, I remember I was telling DJ about John Rolfe calling Joe a fascist because of that one night where I think he drew the fascist cards multiple times. It's like every time he got it so many times that night, and John's never let it go. Fine, just recovering, hoping to make it. That would be awesome. I'd love to see you. Oh my God, that would be terrific if you could. And by the way, don't feel bad if you can't. If you're not up for it, just keep resting. You'll get there someday. It's not gonna be the last one I have, but if you can make it, I'd be happy. I'd be so happy to see you. Plus, I think you'll like the Queen's Gambit if you haven't been there yet. It's a good store. It really nice store. I'm gonna have to do something else with that leaf or vine or whatever the hell that is. Probably won't be painting this, since I'm trying to do this completely on the stream. If I feel like that's starting to take too long, I'm going to probably do some of it offline, but if I feel like it's too green, I can go back over with a little bit of the darker green, but it'll still be lighter. All depends on my legs. Some days they don't like to work, and other days they feel good. Oh, that's, yeah. Is that where that mainly attacked, was your legs? Oh, what's that? Oh my gosh, I just realized what time it is. Is the what? Is that what? I was just saying, was that like, is that I remember what you said, what happened, why you end up in the hospital. Was it your legs that mainly got affected, or was it all over? Or feel free to tell me to shut the hell up and it's none of my business. And I'm going to start thinking about where I want to go, where I want to raid. Maybe I'll go to Splinter Brush. Oh, just love having my glasses hang down on my nose too. Alright, it was my, oh, neck and spread you like, oh, never mind. That sucks. Alright, so this is where I'm leaving off for tonight. I'll get pictures and post it up. I will have to do some research on what some of this stuff is. Obviously, I got a lot more moss. I got areas of moss I still got to paint in there. I'm really glad you made it, Sprack. I'm glad everybody made it who came to visit me at the Paint It Here Tavern. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm trying to think of, let's see, I'll probably be on Between the Rolls tomorrow night where we premiere our convention setting where the Murder Hobo Gaming Con is going to take place. Because it's kind of aware, even if it's online. That'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'm very sorry I posted the wrong freaking time. I start on 7 on Monday nights. It's been a year. I'm just going to go, it's been a whole year. Let's see, what else am I doing this week? I'll be back on here, of course. I'll be back on Wednesday night at 8:30. Now remember that one. And Saturday at 12:30. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else. Any announcements that I need to make for any of you out there? If anybody has anything they're up to or whatever, I'm more than happy to promote it. It was good to see you all. It was good to chat. And I said, I think we'll go raid Splintered Brush Studios. It's nice tonight. There's actually a bunch of people on, so I have my choice. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I will hopefully see you here again on Wednesday. No, wait. You don't put the @ for this. And don't forget to refresh. Fresh when we get there. And let's say, and follows are free. So let's go raiding. No. I didn't do it right. Shoot. Why are you being... Oh, it's studio. That's why, dear. Sorry, folks. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Have a lovely night. Yeah, have a lovely night. I'll see you all later.